support him rather than running myself. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Mike Parry. I live in Waseca, Minnesota. I'm here today with my high school sweetheart, who in July will have been married 40 years. She's standing way in the back. She got up early this morning. This is number 4 for us as we travel around the 1st Congressional District. As I said, we were born and raised in Albert Lea, Minnesota, grew up on a dairy farm. And after high school, went on to serve my country in the Army National Guard. I served during that Vietnam War era with my father of 38 years. He was a veteran, served in World War II, taken prisoner in Anzio Beach, came home, went back to Korea. And it was an honor for him to be for him to be my top toad, the first sergeant. So I served in the Army National Guard. I went into law enforcement. I served on the Morristown Police Department, the Jackson, Minnesota Police Department, then finished my law enforcement career on the Freeborn County Sheriff's Department in Albert Lea, Minnesota. I've been the voice of radio from southern Minnesota to Michigan to Iowa for many, many years. I've owned and operated radio stations. My last stint was running the Linder Radio Network out of Mankato, Minnesota. I know agriculture, I know business. We own a small pizza place called Godfather's Pizza in Waseca, Minnesota, and it has been tough as a small businessman keeping that business rolling, employing 17 families that we do. Right now I have a small marketing company that I own myself. I won a special election in January of 2010 and became a state senator. Came back in November of that same year, won the election by over 10 points. And the reason I tell you that is because my Senate District 26, as it stands today, matches the 1st Congressional District. Because, folks, this is reality. If you can't grab the core of our conservative base, if you can't talk to the independents and bring them on board, and if you can't grab hold of those Reagan Democrats, we will not win this CD1. I've proven I can do that. I've done it twice. Once against an independent and a DFLer, and the second time against the DFLer. That is very important in this 1st Congressional District. But why am I running? I'm running because of politicians like Tim Walz. He's grabbed a hold of our national credit card, and he's spending like there's no limit. Almost $16 trillion right now, folks. I think that's why politicians in Congress have a 9% approval rating. Well, I'm standing up for the other 91% of us. Those of us that demand a balanced budget. Those of us that want to stop the deficit spending. Those of us that want to pay down the national debt. Since Congressman Walz has been elected, not only has he collected almost $1 million in salaries, but he's voted for Obamacare. He's voted for cap and trade. He's voted to let Medicare go bankrupt. He's voted to let the death tax be permanent. He does not want a balanced budget. He's voted 6 times to raise the debt ceiling. Folks, that is wrong. He is not representing us. And right here, close, in the 1st Congressional District, he voted against the free trade agreement. That's $6 to $9 billion of export in the hog industry. Martin County. That's the kind of representative we have right now, and I'm concerned. I'm concerned about whether or not our children and our grandchildren will know America as a shining city on the hill that Ronald Reagan talked about. And yes, I know a little bit about Ronald Reagan. His personal secretary was my aunt. So I followed him for a long, long time. Or will our children know America is that once great nation that was consumed by its appetite for deficit spending? We spend trillions of dollars in this country we do not have, most of it being borrowed from foreign countries like China, who don't much like us anyway, folks. We have to stop it. Enough is enough, and that's why. That's why I stand before you, because we need a principled candidate with a backbone. I'm going to tell you a quick story, because if you don't believe me, call Governor Dayton and the union buddies up in St. Paul. I tried to tweak our pensions by 3%, because folks, if you don't know it, if we can't help Senator Rosen, who serves on the pension committee, tweak our pensions, folks, we could be facing a $60 to $80 billion unfunded mandate right here in this state that you and I will have to pay for. I tried to do that last year, and the threats to my staff and myself came in so strong, the State Patrol put an armed guard at my door to my office in your house, the state capitol. Then had to escort myself and another senator to our committee room to hear the bill. Why I say that is because I've got a backbone. I didn't back down to the union thugs and bullies in St. Paul. And when you send me to Washington, I promise you, I will not back down there either. Folks, enough is enough. We need that principled backbone candidate that will say no to the leadership of both parties. Finally, here before I leave, I believe in an America that is in charge of its own destiny, not countries that we are borrowing money from. I believe in an America where Congress is held accountable for the decisions they make. And I believe in an America that has a balanced budget, stops the deficit spending, and pays down the debt. And finally, like each and every one of you here, I believe in an America where our children and our grandchildren have a better opportunity to survive and succeed than you and I could ever imagine. Can't do it alone. I need your help. So I ask for your endorsement because I guarantee you I will beat Tim Walz in November. Thanks for being here.